Hey guys, it's Drip. Welcome back to my show. I wanted to today talk about a little bit about what's going on in the market, just external to the charts, like what's going on in the backgrounds. And yeah, so I saw this in the news. Binance, the head of Binance, they essentially want the ICO bubble to pop. And I actually thought this was actually very interesting because usually it's the opposite, So I think it's pretty cool how these guys are. They actually have a long-term vision for the industry. So I think bubbles are always healthy, and that's essentially what they were getting at. Is that the ICO bubble is a little too overhyped, and the valuations are a little too extreme and a little unreasonable. And I totally agree with that. I would say about 90% of the coins out there are pretty unreasonable and unreasonably valuated. And it's just companies that are just looking to. The more unreasonable it is, and the more it is fulfilling, and these ICOs are getting onto CoinMarketCap, well, that's the more money that they are making. Like the people that who have made the ICO. Because yeah, guys, before we even like get into things like this, it's very important to understand how an ICO works. I think it's very important to understand, from their point of view, how they are making money, because that's what it really comes down to. And I think that when you have like a concept, so you have a concept and then you have a crowd sale. So essentially your idea is being funded, and then now you just tokenize, and then you have all those litigation fees which they are paying off of the crowd sale. And now they just have a bunch of tokens that they have. So say they have a billion, there's a billion tokens total. Well, the team is going to have 20% of that. So they're going to own 200 million worth of coins, right? So sorry, not worth of coins, but 200 million coins. So, and whatever the value that it turns into, well, they're obviously having way more leverage because they essentially just got 200 million worth of coins for pretty much no cost. So it's just something to consider, guys. And especially when these valuations are happening and they are being met, then they are just making more money that way, right? And it sucks, but that's what happens. And I totally agree with what's going on here. And I agree that it should probably pop. However, I do think it could have a medium term effect on crypto. But I mean, I think moving forward, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And I totally understand what they're saying. So yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about was YouTubers getting into the whole ICO space, and them becoming advisors. Because yeah, like I just feel like having YouTubers as advisors. I mean, like these guys, they're YouTubers, right? I mean, if they were geniuses before, they wouldn't be YouTubers. Like, let's just think rationally here. Like, if they were amazing software engineers or something, they would be working in Silicon Valley right now, probably making like 200 grand a year, working at Facebook or Google or something, and not just be making videos. So I know Ian Bolina, he was working at IBM, and he is pretty good at like understanding ICOs, and he does have a good track record. However, I mean, he's just a guy that his background is just working at IBM and data analytics, and I know it's in the tech space, but still, I mean, like, okay, so he's good at understanding what's a good ICO and what isn't, but how does that contribute to building an ICO company, right? So I mean, like, there's a difference between an investor and being someone who's developing a business, right? So it's just something to consider. And just these other overall, just like these YouTubers that are just shilling their own coins, and really what's going on, especially this guy, Zach, Crypto Coin News. This guy, he basically just buys coins like ahead of time and leverages his audience. So I mean, look at how many subscribers this guy got, right? He's got 124K subscribers. So think about it. If you buy something, right? You buy some coin and then you tell, essentially 124K people, well, they're probably going to buy it, and he's already bought it at a lower price. So really, it's like a creative way of pumping and dumping and leveraging his audience base. And I mean, it really sucks how it's like that, but that's how the world is. And I just wanted to kind of, talk about how some people are doing this, and to just be, kind of be more aware of what's going on. So I wanted to eventually get to here to the price analysis here. So we did have a nice 6-day rally here, and getting to the 7.7K mark, but we did drop down a bit, and it looks like we could be either trending up from here, or it could just be trending. I mean, technically this is still in a downtrend, right? So I mean, this could just be really just going up short term, but really just so it can fall further. So there's two options here. There's two things that can happen. Sorry, three things. The third thing that could happen is really it just keeps continuing to grind sideways. I don't think that's going to happen. I think usually if you look at this market as a whole, it doesn't really consolidate much. It usually, I mean, you did have some here, but I mean, most of the time it's either going up slowly or fast, or going down slowly or fast. So yeah, guys, tell me what you guys think, what's going to happen with Bitcoin's price in the short term and medium term, and what do you think is going to happen for the month of June for crypto. All right, cheers guys, bye.